Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to Bob's Corner. This is episode 9. Today, we are going to speak about when the rage that no one sees. First and foremost, we got to give ourselves our round of applause. We got to thank ourselves every day, each and every day. We got to thank ourselves each and every week for showing up, for being present, for continuing to spread the word, continuing to spread love, continuing legacies. We are a part of many that are no longer here with us. So we want to keep living their name, keep living on, and let that spirit carry us on. If you all, follow me, I posted a clip earlier that was showcasing the rage and the father, man. I had the it's very heartfelt, very heart wrenching to see. It was a gentleman, man. He lost his son, I believe, to an assailant that I don't even. It looked like the two would never have any relation with each other. I think it was just a random job, and he murdered the guy's son, man. And it's one of those things that you think about. You think about in the moment it happens, but you don't necessarily think about the aftermath that a family has to go through, the aftermath that a family has to endure when they have to see the vigilant who took their loved one, be it by a drunk driver, or they shot up a school, or they murdered a family member, like just wrong place at the wrong time. Those things happen more times than we think. I'm very conscious every time I step into a gas station or I pull over somewhere to maybe I got a flat tire or something like that. I'm conscious of my surroundings where I'm at because not all the time people are murdered by someone they know. Sometimes it's random acts of violence, man. And just to see the pain on that dad's face, man, just brought back a lot of memories and a lot of pain, that I've went through before, going and into court and defending the legacy of a loved one against someone who took the life from them. That you were able to share with them is very, very heart wrenching, man. So I'm gonna play that clip here in a few, but I do want to touch on some things. First off, want to talk about how grief can change relationships, and that's be it platonic or intimate relationships. When you're dealing with grief, and I know for me myself personally, I was very conscious of who checked on me, who called me, who sent me a text, who reached out to me and was concerned about my well-being. You know, we kind of keep names of those people who called and checked on us, who wrote a letter, who sent a card, who sent food. We're conscious of these things as we're going through our journey because those things hold weight to us at that point. We're looking for things to lean on. We're looking for people to gravitate to. We're looking for love to find. It's kind of like a raindrop or a drop of water on the floor, and it's like the water kind of looks towards more water to increase its volume. You're it's the same way when you're dealing with grief and you're stuck in a place where you're looking for love just to feel it. You're just looking to feel love. You don't know where it may come from. You don't know in what shape or form it may be in, but you're looking to feel that. And a lot of times we can't really express ourselves to say like, "Hey man, I need love from you. I'm upset that I'm not should be getting from you. I thought we were this. I thought we were brothers. I thought we were family." You know, when those calls they start to dissipate as we're going through our journey after the funeral, after the repast, after a couple weeks have passed, and you know people get back to life itself. We start thinking like, "Hey, my phone wasn't just ringing like it was a couple weeks ago after this happened. I'm not getting as many text messages as I used to get right after this happened." And we start to point the finger at people and we start to look at people like, "You don't really love me like you said you did. You don't care about me like you said you did. So now I don't want to fool with you no more because you didn't call and check on me like I expected you to. I'm not fooling with you no more because you ain't pick up the phone and call me and check on me." I know personally I chose to separate myself from a community of people because in the situation that I was in, I didn't really know who to trust. And this is coming from a person who grew up with trust issues as it is. You know, it's hard for me to trust that people can really love you when that same person that you loved and took vows with is the same person that took a life from you. You know, that's something that happened with my mother. Like a man that she was married to at a time is the same man that took her life from her. No, I'm learning a lot about myself and a lot about what love means and what it does. And, you know, being at this age I am now, I'm able to see things from a more broader perspective. I'm seeing things from a place not as a kid, not as a child, but as an adult who's experienced love and experienced heartbreak and experienced pain, experienced insecurities with the person that you love. I'm a person I can now put into some sort of context what the mentality would be when certain situations arise. So I mean that's not to absolve anybody from anything, but I can say that I understand. I understand the want, the need to feel like you have to cut something off. Like when you've been hurt, the way that grief hurts, when you've lost a loved one, the way that that hurt feels, the minute you feel an inkling of hurt coming your way, the minute you feel a inkling of some sort of bad vibe, bad feeling, you want to cut it off immediately. And you're fine being without a person, you're fine being without a community, a object, material things, whatever the case it was. If it's not bringing you peace or it's not bringing you comfort, then you want to do away with it. I can say that a lot of my friendships changed after my brother was killed. A lot of friendships changed. I stopped looking at people like they was my quote unquote brother, quote unquote friend and homie and all that stuff. I started looking at people different. I'm like, you know, the titles, you know, that I associated with people, they held different weight. You know, if I call you my brother, this is you somebody I talk to on a bi-weekly basis, on a weekly basis, a monthly basis at the least. Like those are my brothers, my close friends that I those are people that I talk to on a daily basis. Now if I just see you around and it's a hey, what up? How you been? Oh, everybody been going? Like, I'm asking about your brother or cousin or something like that. Then you just an acquaintance. Depending on what level of friendships, like now we used to kick it like that at some point before, then I still hold you to a certain value. But people that I don't talk to all like that, and I just see you every now and then. I talk to you every now and then. Like I can't really consider you my brother. So for me, dealing with grief, it definitely changed a lot of relationships. That it changed the way I looked at them. Because 90% of the time, I just kind of spoke on like random acts of violence that happens, but a lot of the times those acts of violence they come from people you know. It's always somebody that's close to it. That's why people get caught so fast. Because in order for you to really have to be mad at somebody that bad, unless you just kind of like just chemical imbalance, like yo, just your medulla is gone. Like other than that, you just kind of snap and you just not here like that. You just not here with us like that, but you here on Earth. Other than that, it's you have to be extremely close to somebody for them to hurt you that bad that you want to kill them, that you want to do some serious harm to them to the point to where they don't exist anymore. There has to be a close relationship there. And if you are that close with somebody and they ever threaten your life or you know the, those aren't people that really love you. So to me, relationships, they are affected after you lose a loved one for sure. I hold people to the same standard of caring as I would anybody else. Now I know we all different. We handle things in different ways, but one thing I expect the same out of everybody is to care. I don't care what your background is, where you come from. I expect everybody to care and be compassionate. Those are my only expectations of people. Let me see where I want to go next. Thinking about the days that when your life changes, when losing a significant loved one or losing a loved one in general. That next day going forward is probably one of the hardest days you'll have to. It's the heaviest page you'll ever have to turn in this book of life. Excuse me. It's the heaviest page you'll have to turn, and it's not because of that physical weight of it, but it's the belief that now sets in. It's the reality that now sets in. Wow. I remember the next day getting text messages and calls, and I'm waking up to just so many notifications on my phone. And the first sorry for your loss I seen, I threw my phone. Man. I don't want to read none of that. You don't want to believe it. It's really unbelievable the feeling that you get when you start to realize that it's not a dream. I don't know how I went to sleep that first night after my brother left here, man. I don't know how I was able to sleep. It may have only been a few hours, I'm sure. But the minute I woke up, the first thing I did was turn my phone over. And it just all down my face, man. And I sat there for like an hour just crying, man. I couldn't believe it. I called him anyway. I called my brother anyway just to see if it was real. I called him anyway. Like, man, you talking about a rough day, man? Jesus Christ, man. Turning the page, man, after losing a loved one, man, I'm telling you, man, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, man, because I didn't want to let go. I wasn't ready. I wasn't thinking about it. I never thought that I would be here without my brother, man. I always thought that, of course, he's older than me, so I thought that he would go first, but not that fast, man. Not that fast. We were still in our 20s. My brother was 28 years old, man. 28. Just turned 28, too. Like, man, you talk about unfair. Like, I'm looking for somebody to blame. I'm looking for somebody to tell me it's a lie. Like, oh no, he at the hospital. Like, nah, they ain't tell you he was still at the hospital, man. Nah. So that day for me, man, it changed everything, man. I that was the first time I felt like I was alone. Like, how am I gonna live without my brother? Like, he been the first person I could recognize. How am I supposed to live without him? How am I supposed to do this life without him? Like, if something bad happened, who I'm gonna call? I didn't have anything else. I didn't have nobody else, man. He was it. But I had to live life. I had a daughter at the time. She was 1 years old, man. Like, she was one and a half. Like, I couldn't just bail on her like that. I couldn't leave her. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, man. I didn't know if I could. I had just lost my father 4 years before that. So two of the most intricate people, men in my life, are now dead in the span of 4 years. And I'm supposed to figure this thing out still on the fly. Like, I still had rent due. I still needed a phone. I still needed transportation. My daughter still needed stuff. She still was in daycare. Like, it was things that I still had to do. On top of being extremely upset and wanted to kill the person that took my brother from me. Like, what was I supposed to do? I was 23 years old. Majority of my thoughts were irrational. How was I supposed to move forward without my brother, man? Like, that was, even still to this day, man, still one of the hardest things I have to deal with, man. Like, just that, just living life without my brother. But at 23, man, one of the toughest things I ever had to do, man. By the way, that's that Kroger half and half. If you ain't tried it, you need to get you some. So I'm gonna play this video, man, for y'all, man. It's a video of, if you didn't catch my post earlier, man. It's a video of the father, man, that lost his son, man. And when I tell you, man, it's very heartfelt, man. Very heartfelt, man. I'm gonna share this with y'all. Still getting over a little cold here, but we on the way out. I'm gonna share this with y'all, man, so y'all can see it. And whoa, wait a second. Yeah, I played a little prematurely there, but here we go. He need to go to prison, man. Come on, church. He want to play crazy. He wasn't crazy when he killed my son, man. He wasn't crazy then, but he crazy now. All of a sudden he crazy now. You want to lay in a mental hospital? You gonna murder my son, man, for nothing? When he was trying to get away from you. You was trying to get away from you, man. And you kept shooting him while his back was under the truck. You kept shooting him, man. You kept shooting him. And his back was tight to you, man. He was trying to get away from you. And you murdered him, man. Like you like seeing that brought back so many memories, man, from my brother's court case. Uh, and I don't want to paint a picture like everybody in my family is a saint because I've been on the other side of that too. I've been in the courtroom where you had to defend the offender. You know what I'm saying? Like so, when I'm watching these clips and I'm watching these shows, man, I can see I have feelings of both sides. Now, given the circumstances, now if it was more of a self defense situation, it wasn't just a person was just kind of gunned down in vain, like for no reason. No, I can exercise some empathy for an offender, man. But when you kill people for no reason, man, you take people against their will and you hurt them. I have no sympathy for that, man. No empathy for that at all, man. And I remember being in that courtroom and seeing the guy that killed my brother, man. Little bitty dude too. Like I wanted to kill him right there. Just choke him out right there on the bench where he was sitting at. But then if I kill him, then I'm not here, and now I've thrown my life away, and now people are coming to court against me. Now I'm the offender, and at the end of the day, man, that's not something that my brother would have wanted. Man. It's not gonna bring him back. It's not gonna bring him back, man. But that clip there, man, was heart wrenching, man, because that's the rage that's inside of you that can blow up at any moment. Like I'm a person, I try to be as non-confrontational as possible. Like you know, I look back on something like sometimes I've even let some BS slide because I know that there's a rage inside of me that if it ever reaches the surface, if it ever comes out, somebody gonna get hurt real bad, man. Real bad, man. So I try my best to restrain myself and think logically. And I always think of the consequences of my actions first. I think of the consequences of my actions before I react. I can't pride myself on shoot first, ask questions later because I'm gonna be asking questions of the judge. Hey, when do I get my phone call? So I have to be conscious and think about that stuff, man. But that's a place where this rage can take you though. 'Cause there's moments where I'm upset, extremely upset, man. When I think about the time I can't spend with my mama, with my brother, with my cousin, with my uncle, my grandmother that I never met. Like, you think I'll get upset about that? Like, I feel like my life is totally different. Is shaped different because I can't talk to these people. I can't build a rapport with these people. I can't further the relationship with them because they gone. And they not gone because of their own doing. They gone at the hands of somebody else. Like, a person who murdered my cousin is about to get out of jail soon. Like, I've lived that long. That man been in jail 20 plus years. And my cousin still ain't coming back home. This man get to get out and live his life again. And I can't do nothing about it. They not gonna keep him in there. I can't write no letters. I can't speak to no judge or nothing. He gets out soon. So what am I supposed to do with the rage that I have built up inside of me all these years? What's my little cousin supposed to do that look just like him when he get out? The man who murdered his father is getting ready to get out of jail soon, man. What I'm supposed to do? What my cousin supposed to do? Person who murdered her brother is about to get out of jail soon. Like, people don't talk about that. When they don't talk about that rage that's still there. And you got to think like, oh, well, like, well, if I do this, then what? If I do something to this person, then I'm going to jail. Like, like it's crazy, man. When you really put things in those perspectives. Like, watching that man on that camera, like, I've been there before, going to court for this man that's about to get out of jail now. I remember him. I remember the judge telling the prosecutors telling us, "Yeah, he gonna get 20 years." And them 20 years done went by already. Excuse me. Oh. But those 20 years have went by already, man. And my cousin ain't never coming home. My cousin is never gonna see his son. Like, I felt that man pain. I felt that. I felt that, man. But we have to learn to allow ourselves to feel joy, though, man. And we got to learn to be able to let go of that rage, to let go of that pain in order to allow ourselves to feel joy again, man. Because as bad as I want to do something to the person that killed my brother, my mother, my grandmother, my cousin, my uncle, it ain't gonna bring me the joy back because they won't be here. I just be somewhere in a small space thinking about them even more than I already do now. So, I I could do something to hurt people, but then that's not gonna do anything but hurt the people that I love. Because because I won't be here around. I won't be around here for anything. So, you know, I have to learn how to enjoy life in spite. Enjoy life in spite of my loved ones not being here. I have to find joy in those who are here. I have to find joy in the process of learning to appreciate the legacies that they've left behind. We'll never get those times back with those people, but those memories will last us forever. So we have to continue excuse me, have to continue to move forward and to live life for those people who aren't here. Let's show our loved ones how proud of them we are. Let their memories live vicariously through us. We have to continue to love. Sometimes, losing a loved one can affect your ability to love and how you love. But my ultimate goal now is just to wake up every day and find peace within the day, find happiness within every day. Sure, you'll have moments throughout the day. Every day is, it ebbs and flows. But what we want to focus on is being happy, because that's where our family members, I'm certain of it, will want us to be. So I know that rage may be there, and sometimes you may feel angry. Sometimes you may even feel angry with God. You'll feel like, why me? Trust me, I've been there a time or two myself. Man. But, the more in tune with the Bible that I've become, I learned that nobody's promised to us, and everybody is loaned to us on God's time. So cherish the time that you do have with your loved ones. Cherish the time that you spent with loved ones that aren't here anymore. And again, give yourselves a pat on the back. Let's give ourselves another round of applause, man. Another week, man. We blessed. We here, blessed to continue to spread love, man. Uh, I want to thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for tuning in, man. And this is Bob's Corner, episode 9, The Rage That No One Sees. I recommend this to all your family and friends. It'll be up on YouTube. Uh, you know, and we're in the process of sending out mini clips of the shows each and every week. And as we continue to produce those, you'll continue to see those on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So please, please, please uh, share with your friends and family. Anybody that's in need right now, my heart is with you. Always remember, you are not alone. And this is episode 9. See you guys next week. Thanks for showing up.